I was 68. We all came crashing down. After 26 years of marriage, you think you know the person sleeping beside you. You think time polishes trust like stone, slow but solid. But I learned the hard way that time doesn't always polish. Sometimes it just hides the cracks. Mary and I met in 91. I was a truck mechanic, hands always covered in grease, and she worked at a bank just down the road. I was no romantic hero. Hell, I barely knew how to write a decent birthday card. But she saw something in me, or at least I thought she did. We married after a year, bought a modest house. No kids, just the two of us, and that suited us fine. Or so I believed. She always said family wasn't for her. I respected that. Said she wanted freedom to travel, to live simply. I gave her all that. Every anniversary I made sure she had what she wanted. Spa weekends, short trips, little surprises. I wasn't rich, but I made it work. She had a sister in Vermont, Maggie. Every few months Mary would go spend the weekend with her. Just sister time, she'd say. I never questioned it. What kind of husband questions that after 2 decades? But there was something strange that last time. She left on a Friday morning, usual bag, usual kiss goodbye. I watched her taillights disappear down the driveway, thinking nothing of it. That night, I found a letter. It wasn't addressed to me. It was in a dusty box in the attic, a place I rarely visited. I've got up there looking for my old fishing reels. Instead, I found the past staring back at me.
The box was labelled Tax Records 04, but inside, along with old receipts, was a letter dated August 1998. The handwriting was hers. Ben, I still think about you. I know we said no contact, but some nights I dream about what could have been. I watch him sleep and I wonder, did I choose right? M. Ben? Who the hell was Ben? I sat there for over an hour, just staring at the paper. The words danced, mocked me. The date, 1998. We'd been married 7 years by then. That was when she told me she needed space and started visiting Maggie more often. I didn't confront her right away. I waited for her to come back Sunday night. She returned as usual, smiling, with a bottle of Vermont maple syrup and some chocolates. I watched her. Every movement now felt like theatre. She didn't notice my silence. Or maybe she did and just played along. That night, while she slept, I checked her phone, something I'd never done in all our years together. It was clean, too clean. Not even texts with Maggie, just weather updates, crossword apps and recipes. The next morning I called Maggie. She answered cheerfully until I asked if Mary had stayed with her that weekend. There was a pause. Then she said, "Oh, I thought she was home with you." I said nothing. I thanked her and hung up. My hands were shaking, the world tilted. I didn't sleep that night. Just stared at the ceiling fan spinning in slow circles. By morning, I had made my decision. I needed the truth. I took a day off and followed her the next weekend. She said she was going to Maggie's again. I kissed her goodbye and waited an hour. Then got in my car and tailed her at a distance. She didn't drive towards Vermont. She took Route 14 south towards the city. 3 hours later, she pulled into a suburban neighborhood and parked in front of a red brick house. She walked up and rang the bell. A man answered. Mid-60s, tall, grey hair. She hugged him. They went inside. I sat there for 5 hours. At 9 p.m. she came back out. He kissed her. Not like a sister, not like a friend. My heart didn't break. It folded. Quietly. Like paper. I didn't confront her that night. I couldn't. I needed to know more. I went back the next day when she was at work. Parked down the block. Waited. Eventually he came out and drove off. I followed him. He stopped at a florist, then the cemetery. He brought flowers to a grave. I parked nearby and walked over after he left. The name on the stone, Benjamin Cole, 1945 to 2003. My legs nearly gave out. She was still writing to a dead man. Then who was the man in the house? I went back 2 days later, knocked on his door. "Hi," I said. "I'm Mary's husband." He looked startled, then sighed, inviting me in. His name was Dan. He'd been Ben's best friend and Mary's companion since 2005. He thought I knew. We sat for over an hour. He told me everything, how Mary and Ben had met during her solo retreat in '97, how they had an affair that lasted until Ben died in a car crash, how she kept in touch with Dan after the funeral. She never stopped loving Ben, he said, but she stayed with you, out of duty maybe, or guilt. I couldn't speak. I just left. That night I packed a bag, left a note on the kitchen counter. I know. I didn't go far, just a cabin we used to rent in Maine. I needed space, time, quiet. She didn't call, didn't text, just silence. 3 weeks passed. I returned home. She was gone, moved out. A ring on the counter, no note. I found another box in the attic. Letters, dozens of them, all to Ben. Written after his death. Birthday letters, anniversary notes. Letters filled with guilt, longing, confusion. She had been living 2 lives, one with me, steady, real, warm. One in memory, with a ghost she never let go. I don't hate her. I don't think I ever could. But I mourn the years I thought were whole. I'm 73 now. I sit in the porch some mornings and wonder if we all carry ghosts, just some of us build homes for them. I built a home for us. She built one for her past.